Alright, is everybody here? Oh, record, gotta update that. That is 1 and 0. Am I missing something? We should be fine. So now the stream should be in 1080. Let me know if there's any troubles with the sound or anything. Now I'm actually using my regular setup, so everything should be fine. And we just beat Dredge 2-0. Yeah, are we good now? Sweet, awesome. Yeah, so what I was doing is I was trying this new setup, but it's clearly not ready, and I will try to figure out how to make that other setup work with 1080 quality, because apparently it was only 720. Ugh, 720 quality. Ugh, gross. Gross. For those of you that are just checking out the stream, what we're trying today is I wanted to make an extra slot in the sideboard in order to fit in Nature's Claim as an extra answer to Blood Moon and stuff like that. So what I did is I brought the Hornet Queen to the main deck in place of one of the Impulses. So what I wanted to try today is whether, first of all, if this card is worth it in the meta, and second, and actually probably more importantly, whether 2 Impulses is a fine number with only 27 lands. You know, in the end, we still really want to. We still very much want to be hitting our land drops, right? I mean, this is a keep. This is a keep 100%. Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. To sequence here, it's possible that the correct play is to, even though it's bad to use Gemstone Mine counters to play these amulets, I still think it might be correct to play them off the Gemstone Mine. The reason for this is that we literally need a bounce land to effectively win on the spot. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I can, even if I'm unlucky and I draw exactly Boros Garrison, that I can still cast my prime time. All right, so that's why I'm playing things out like this. It might not matter, but if I draw exactly Boros Garrison in this turn, I was gonna be very, very sad. Thalia is fine. Alright, so that means we win on my next turn. So we use this turn to transmute. Go get... of course, this gets severely punished if my opponent manages to play exactly Meddling Mage here. But if they don't play exactly Meddling Mage on this very turn, then they simply die. Don't tap blue. That's it. Yeah. Oh, fuck. So that happened. That makes me so very sad. That makes me so very sad. I guess I just play Rexage as a blocker. Maybe my opponent will get frisky and I guess we're forced to target this, but we'll say no. And now we just pass the turn. Maybe they will not see the onboard trick and they will attack with the Meddling Mage. Huh? Huh? Yeah? Please? Yeah? Right here? Attack? Of course, this is particularly bad because this Teleria West could have simply, you know, transmuted for explosives, right? And then we just win. But it is what it is. Reflector Mage. Sure. Please attack with Melee Mage. Damn it. Of course we cannot block here. If we draw explosives, we win. That's not explosives. So I have a forced chump next turn. Oops, 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 oops. I think I actually want to play out the Simic Growth, bounce Gemstone, and replay it. Right? I block here, I take 6. Yeah. So next turn I can cast it prime time anyway. Oh, actually not. My bad. So I'm gonna keep this in hand then. Because if I draw Hornet Queen, I can actually cast it. If I do play this out, and you know, I will have more counters on my Gemstone Mine, but I will actually not be able to cast a potential Hornet Queen. So here Azusa needs to chomp. If this is a Mantis Rider, then my opponent is just slow rolling me. Alright, that was just so painful. that was so painful. Bog out. Take these guys out. Yeah, like that meddling mage was just so good. That meddling mage was so freaking good. And it was like, if my opponent had that meddling mage all along, then that was like a very, very bad punt on their side. I guess this is a... No, this is not a keep. That was a very, very bad mistake on their side, because I could have tightened him with a single bounce on that. I was unlucky enough that I needed to like spend one more turn, but I kind of want this card. If they did have the melee mage all along, they should have definitely played it out on turn 2. If they top decked it on that exact turn right before we prime time, then it's fine. It makes sense. But if they did have it all along, then that was definitely a mistake. Yeah, that guy right now, this is not very threatening. This guy right now is fine. I do appreciate my opponent having the original Crispy Kula art. Azusa lost but seeking. Wow. My opponent's meddling mages have been the absolute nuts. That's so crazy. Like we literally top decked. We literally top decked a card that I didn't have, so because of all my which by the way, this is probably correct here. I don't know, maybe it is actually correct to just name engineered explosives here. If this is Mantis Rider, this is probably okay. Yeah, Reflector Mage would have been better. And now Mantis Rider plus Phantasmal Image is actually a problem. Yeah, this is actually a problem. Lieutenant, also a problem. Alright, just casually take 7. No big deal. Let's find an amulet here, shall we? Man, never lucky, huh? What do we want here? So this turn I'm going to play Turf, bounce Fountain. So I guess I want a Gemstone Mine, so even if my Scout gets answered, I still can cast a Primetime next turn. So we play Turf, bounce this. No, it's not John Finkel, it's Crispicula. It's Crispicula. Okay, we'll see what my opponent does. If I draw an untap source, I might be able to Queen next turn. That's a good sign for me. That's definitely a good sign. It's actually very interesting what I do here. Is this Reflector Mage? Meddling Mage. Okay. Boy, would a Fire Spout be good here, huh? Whoa, 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 whoa. None of that. Would a Fire Spout be good here or what? Hopefully this stops the beats. Just a tad. My opponent will for sure have another Reflector Mage and I will die miserably, but... Fire Spout. Where are my Fire Spouts? Where are my Fire Spouts? They can't Phantasmal Image, so there's that at least. If my opponent attacks only with this... What? Okay. 9. Is this a forced block? 4, 9, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13. Yeah, so this is a forced chomp here. Yeah, I'm just too far behind. I don't think Hornet Queen helps me. Womp womp. Yep. We died. Peaches, it's less high on caffeine than, so it's lower on caffeine. It's lower on caffeine than actual coffee, but the thing that mate has is that usually when you drink it, you drink a lot of it. So it's, in the end, it's kind of the same thing, really. This is a mediocre hand in some matchups. This is an amazing hand in some other matchups. I guess I'll keep. Just a tad greedy. Just a tad greedy. Hopefully we're playing against Dredge. We are playing against Dredge. Uh-oh, that's not Dredge. Okay, so the hand became much better. Alright. My body is ready though. My body is ready to get Burning Inquiry into death. Goblin lore. What? can't play that. Hopefully they play a hollow one and I get to trade for it. That would be amazing. Amazing. Take 4. Take 4 and do nothing? Yeah, just play this out. We don't want to die to this stupid guy. We need lands though. If this Hornet Queen were an Adventurous Impulse, this hand would be much better. So that's something to note there for sure. That's for sure something to note. Oh, are they playing with like... Oh, okay, so they must be playing with like the Phoenix or whatever. That's for sure something that's going on over there. I wonder if they are playing Hooded Mandrills and stuff like that. They did show me the Reveler, so this Bajuki Bog is gonna be good anyway. Unless it gets Incred here. Got shot the Grixis, sure. Pay in life too. That's a weird play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so they want to cast a Reveler here. Is that what's going on? Yeah, there's a Reveler. That makes sense. Oh my god, that was insane. Alright. It's an Impulse. That's a good one to draw. So we can bog here. So we die to like Reveler or something like... we die to... them like really pumping this Adept here, or like Bolt kills us too, but at least we can chump the Reveler, which is something. That was a sick turn on my opponent's side though. That really was a really good turn. Looting. I just don't see myself not being dead here. There's no way I'm not dead here. Any Bolt, any Discord effect kills me. There's just too many ways that I'm dead here. Too many ways. Yeah, that's enough. I want to see more of their deck, so I'll let this... Yeah, so they are playing Inquiry. Not sure whether they are playing Hollow One. That part is not clear yet. Alright, so they are playing multiple gut shots. For whatever's worth. Cool. That was interesting. I'm for sure expecting Blood Moon out of this deck, right? There's no way they aren't playing Blood Moon. It's like 500% that they are playing Blood Moon, so I imagine. Relic seems very good. Tormod's Crypt, I'm not so sure about. Tormod's Crypt, I'm not so sure about. Ballista seems not great. Explosives? Nah, I think Fire Spout is going to be better than Explosives. Baloth, yes. Primetime, yes. Tormod Script? I'm really not sure. I feel like I want to hedge against Blood Moon with the one-off Sage. I don't think it's enough for me to bring in Nature's Claim, though. I haven't seen Hollow One. Spell Pierces, maybe. Nah. I'd rather have Explores than Spell Pierces. Okay, let's try this. And then we'll see whether we want to change anything afterwards. I don't like Rurik. Rurik in this kind of aggressive matchups. We're usually playing catch-up against this kind of decks. And they have, like, multiple ways of evasion. So, like, I know that Rurik has reach, so it can block a Phoenix. But even if, like, if I make it to 6 mana and then my opponent is just attacking me with Flameblade Adepts, Rurik cannot block them. Unless it has some other friend. And I will probably be playing catch-up anyway, meaning that I will, yeah, I'll keep this. Meaning that, you know, I will have a tough trouble. I know what you're saying, but by the time that Rurik is able to come down, meaning turns 3 if I'm lucky, 4 more reliably, that seems like way too late. That seems way too late for Rurik to make an impact. So yeah, I'm not really in love with the idea of Rurik in a matchup like this, especially because again I will be the one playing a lot of spells, and taking 6 is actually very relevant for me. No, this one. Oof! I almost clicked. I almost time walked myself by playing the Gruul Turf instead of the Gemstone Mine. That wouldn't have been a good play. So I play this, and I'm not going to play out the Steerings because I want to leave up Relic activation in case my opponent has a Phoenix or something. This card is so absurd. Like, Menace is so good in this card. It's so insane. Menace is so good. Please give me a free Baloth. Please give me a free Baloth. Nope, never lucky. Oh my god! I hate this deck so much! I hate this deck so... this card! Every single time! Every single time! Every single time it's just so good against me! I don't know why! Every single time, it's just like the worst possible cards that can be exiled are the ones that get exiled, and I have like a Baloth sitting in my hand, and it's never discarded. I think I discarded the Yarplane Hollow One. Alright, good to know. That's so frustrating. I hate that thing. Do I cycle here? I don't think I do. Oh, I despise this. I hate it so much. Can you imagine how much better my turn would be if I had any of the 2 bounce lands that my opponent discarded? It's so annoying. Oh, I hate this deck. I hate this card. It's just Hymn to Torak. It's literally Hymn to Torak that allows you to play a 4/4 for free, and it allows my opponent 3 extra. It's Lightning Bolt plus Hymn to Torak stapled to a 4/4 body. That's what Burning Inquiry is against me. So frustrating. So frustrating. So frustrating. I need to find a bounce land here. All right, at least I got there. Man, I hate this thing. I really hate this thing, and I think I'm playing out the Baloth. I don't want to bring Nature's Claim just for the hollow one. I just don't think that's worth. I'm gonna die in the air now. Wait for it. Wait for it. Just gonna die in the air. Just wait for it. Gutshot Sage. Oh, yeah, it's in the sideboard because of like Blood Moon and that kind of stuff. I'm definitely trading here. If they can kill both of my guys, I don't care. I just need to kill this guy. I guess this attack means that my opponent doesn't have a way to bring back the Phoenixes, because otherwise they would have done that main phase for sure. If they use the ball to kill the Bailout instead of killing the Azusa, I am very, very happy about that. Yeah, somebody in the Discord was saying that they had been running into a lot of Blood Moons in the current meta, so that's what I was hedging against. Okay, so here I can bounce T-West. I can Steerings first. That's another Amulet. Yeah, I'm gonna get second Amulet, use this turn to transmute for Pact, and set up the kill for next turn. Oh, I actually can't. I don't have double green. LOL. LOL. At least the random discard is like punishing my opponent here, so that's something. I just try to get happy about whatever I can here. Play Amulet. I haven't played my land yet, so I can Titan this turn if I get a Susa. Can I get punished though? I don't think I can. So I play this land first, float the mana so my opponent cannot respond by bolting the Azusa. So we do this, we bounce Simic Growth, backed for Azusa, play out the Azusa, make primetime mana. So now even if the Azusa gets bolted, I can still do my thing. Yeah, I can swing for 16 here. I just need to play the Garrison out first. No, I'm fine. So I have enough mana to primetime. So here I attack. I get. Yeah, it's actually better for me to play out the Sun home here, because this actually gives me lethal. So here I can get Stronghold plus Gemstone Mine. Oh, they just concede. Yeah, I was gonna get Stronghold plus Mine. They were gonna tap twice. I will float red and white from the Gemstone and then activate the Stronghold and then leave the Stronghold untapped. Then I would go to combat. I attack. Of the trigger, I get. I guess I can get Gemstone Mine, Simic Growth. They untap twice, float mana. That will strike Titan. Swing for 16. That was the idea. Okay. Portable Heads has a lengthy question. I'm playing RPTQ this weekend, and I have trouble with sideboard against Mardu, Pyro, and Grixis Death Shadow. Should I set out Amulets in those matchups? Should I bring in Hornet Queen? Some general advice would be greatly appreciated. I'm planning to play the list from your YouTube video. Against Mardu, usually I bring in the Rurik, the tracker, and I do bring in the Emrakul and the explosives. I do side out the. You can also bring in the relic. My bad, I forgot to say that. You can side out the amulets, even though it's not gonna be amazing because they're going to. You're gonna be bringing in relic as an artifact, but it's just like one artifact versus 5. So it's good. Of course, you bring in Baloth and you bring in Braids too. My experience, you bring in Fire Spouts. My bad. My experience is that you die to Young Pyromancer being played on turn 1 more often than you die to Bedlam Reveler's Grindy Plan. So the stuff that you're gonna lose to from Marduk Pyromancer, it's going to be Blood Moon and turn 2 a Young Pyromancer that you just cannot deal with. Those are the 2 ways that they win. Otherwise, if we make it to 6 mana, that's usually game. Post sideboard, they have Molten Rains as well as Blood Moons, so you need to be extra careful with how you sequence your lands when your opponent is representing 3 mana. So you want to watch out for that. What I take out are the Explorers, and I take out all 4 Amulets, and I do keep all 4 Asusas. Asusa is your best card in the matchup, and I do keep some amount of Scouts. You can side out 1 or 2. Aryan Rod Side, good afternoon. Good afternoon. But yeah, that's pretty much the deal against Marduk Pyromancer. Against Grixis Shadow, it's a different story. Against Grixis Shadow, the thing is that you usually die to this hand is reasonable. My opponent kept 7. These scouts are dying to a gut shot, like guaranteed, basically. There's no way these scouts survive. But the upside, if they do, is just so high. Am I about to get him to Toract here? Sorry, against Grixis Shadow. Against Grixis Shadow, the name of the game is make it to the late game. If you make it to the late game, chances are you will die. So what you want to watch out for are Stubborn Denial. Post board, they also usually have access to Disdainful Stroke, so Cavern becomes much better post board than it is main board. But I do like bringing in. I don't like the Braids. I do like the Explosives since it's your only answer to Shadow. Yes, it doesn't do anything against Angler, but c'est la vie. K-Command, it's a little bit of trouble, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Grixis Shadow lists used to run like 2 K-Commands and sometimes 3, because they had more in the board. And now I'm not sure. Did I say I hate this card? Because I can't remember. That was a very good draw, at least. Having drawn Amulet there is pretty good. So I can prime time next turn if this board state doesn't change. I would expect this board state to change though. So again, against Grixis, you probably don't want to side out Amulets because they kind of help you. Granted, they can be very, very awkward because your opponent. I mean, you want to be playing your guys on 1. You want to be playing your explosives on 1 to kill their guys. That's what I meant to say. Can't block that guy. Hollow 1. Okay, so some math to be done here. Some math to be done. I don't bring it out against control decks, no. Because the control matchups has changed a lot since the old days. In the old days, you would bring them out, and then the late game would favor you. Nowadays, with Teferi and Jace, the late game doesn't favor you, so you kind of need to kill them ASAP. And Amulet helps with you being able to punish their when they tap out for one of their walkers. Yes, no, don't bring in Emrakul against Shadow. Hornet Queen is it's debatable. I'm really not sure against Hornet Queen because the issue with Hornet Queen is that it doesn't do anything in the face of Timur Battle Rage, but usually Timur Battle Rage just flat out kills you anyway. So I don't think that you can really afford to do that stuff. Anyway, let's do some math here. Okay, so I do have Summoner's Pact, which can go get a Susa. Okay, so I can play land number 1. I do have one extra land from the Explorer, right? So land number 1, play Simic Growth Chamber. I play second Amulet, have 1 mana floating. Pact for a Susa. Play second land, that's 5 mana. That's yeah, that's 5 mana total. I transmute Toleria West down to 2 mana. Transmute for a Pact. I play land number 2 with a Susa up to 6 mana. Replay it up to 10 mana. Pay 3 to transmute for a Pact. Pay 6 for a Titan down to 1. This primetime ghost gets Simic Growth plus Toleria West. I have 1 mana floating. That's gonna be 4, 5, 6. So I can't double. The issue and what I'm trying to figure out is do I die to Blood Moon if I attempt to primetime this turn, or do I need to just play it slow and just try to? Because this primetime is not gonna be lethal, right? If I only cast 1 Primeval Titan, my opponent can block. All right, we got a sub. Yeah, Portable Head. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Enjoy your Primetime emote. Sweet. We had some more questions though. So this means that you should not borrow in. Yeah, you're 1 short no matter what you do. Oh, am I 1 short? I'm finishing the math right now. Ghost Empire digs. Thanks for digging, Ghost Empire. Hi, I'm a new follower and look to be getting your list post-Christmas. I was wondering about your list I saw with Broadbreaker. Is this card still a consideration or just not worth a slot? The card proved to be very good in some matchups, and it was very bad in some other matchups. It wasn't amazing against the card Blood Moon specifically, just Rex Sage was better against that one as a one-off, but it proved to be very good against Strong because you know, destroying their lands is pretty good, and it proved to be very good against Control and Black-Green X kind of decks. So if you're expecting a metagame that has, you know, controls, Black-Green X style decks, then Worldbreaker is very, very sweet. Okay, so we were thinking about that line before, so I think what I can do is I can play the basic forest, I play the Amulet, I Pact for a Susa, I have 1 mana floating, I 1 mana floating, play Simic Growth once, play Simic Growth a second time, that's 9 mana, transmute for T-West, use T-West to transmute, I mean, and that I will have 4 lands at this point, then I will attack. Okay, so I can do a lot of damage, but I die to Blood Moon. Is it worth for me to risk dying to Blood Moon here? And I think the answer to that question is yes. I think the answer to that question is yes. So I think I'm going to risk it. And I'm going to not play around my opponent having Blood Moon. If they have Blood Moon, they got it. That's fine. But I think that I want to... I don't think I can afford to like just not do anything this turn. And I need to have enough mana to pay for 2 pacts on my next upkeep, which I think I will have enough to. Azusa, I should have exactly enough for, actually. My opponent has only a single card in hand. I do have enough green mana, and I should have enough land drops. Again, I'm not playing around Blood Moon, so having basics doesn't really change anything. Summoner's Pact. Pact for Primeval Titan. Cast Primeval Titan. Yes. And here I'm getting... Again, I have 2 packs to pay for. So we're going to be doing this. That's the Stronghold. That's the... So this goes first, and then these 2 go. Yeah, so this, and this. Float, untap, float, activate. Again, I want to end the turn with double 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Vesuva copying Kalni is probably the way to go here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So Vesuva copy Kalni. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 green sources. And that should be it. So I should have exactly enough mana to pay for both packs next upkeep. And now my opponent has only a single card in hand, and this is their board, and I'm at 13. If they hardcast, yeah, if they have Blood Moon, I just die. That's fine. They did not show Blood Moon. I do think that this was the way to go. I'm not expecting like Molten Rain or anything like that from them. If they have any of those, even Damping Sphere kills me here. But I don't think that their Phoenix deck will be playing Damping Sphere. That just doesn't seem feasible. So we got 2 packs to pay for. And a lot of stuff. No attacks is a very good sign for me. Okay. Pact numero 1. Got it. Pact number 2. Got it. Dope. I definitely want to play out this Stronghold, so I attack. I can attack. I can... I guess my opponent is trying to double block my prime time, but I can go set up a next one. I sided out only a single pact. There, I use 2 pacts. Yeah, so I'm just going to... I already have Vesuva in play. So what I'll do is just do this. And I'm going to let all of this untap trigger happens. That doesn't matter. It's nice that even if the Azusa dies, I can still like set up a prime time next turn. If they don't do anything, they just die to a Transmuted Ballista. If they like chump and bolt, that's okay with me. This is fine. Looks like that's what they're going for. That's cool. 1, 2, 3. Transmute. Play another Primeval Titan. And I can set that up. That's enough to transmute. I can set that up even but with playing this to play around another potential Blood Moon, so this should be game then. this. Do this. Bounce. Tolaria West. Tolaria West. Transmute. That's exactly 6 mana. Summoner's Pact. Go get my last Primeval Titan. Cast it. This should win the game. Get a forest to play around Molten Rain, whatever. To play around Star of Extinction. There we go. Sure, you kill the Primeval Titan. Burn an Inquiry, you got it. I'm gonna double block with both plant tokens. Yeah, the stuff that they discarded, just it's irrelevant stuff. They only have a single land and should be game. Best case scenario for them was they discarded all spells and then played the Rebel there, and that's just, it's still not enough. Yep. Them not attacking here is basically a death sentence for them. That is. Play Scout. Haste Scout. This is just for value, obviously. Oops, I forgot to attack with Azusa. I thought I had clicked, but I clearly didn't. Gruul Turf plus Radiant Fountain. Again, just like playing around the impossible at this point. Literally playing around cards that my opponent cannot have, because they have never been printed. Sure. I don't even know what I'm transmuting for at this point. Because I cited out the Ballista, right? Yep. Yeah, that was I really wanted to attack with that Azusa there, but somehow I misclicked. My opponent doesn't have any value in there. They have 1, 2, 3 spells. I mean, what can I even transmute for here? Just, I literally have nothing to transmute for. Sounds good. Sounds good. No problems. I guess I'll get a Gruul Turf. Whatever. Yeah, that's the turn. There we go. Alright, sorry about the poor play there, but I really need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. There we go. Now we're nice and refreshed. Can update my record. We beat 2-1 against Red Green Hollow Phoenix, I guess. Alright. I wanted to thank everybody for being here today, for checking out some Amulet content. My name is Francisco. I stream here pretty regularly, I guess. Not as much as I used to, but still, I have a pretty consistent Mondays and Wednesdays stream. We play mostly Amulet Titan. I love this deck. This is my favorite deck of all time, and it's awesome, and it's great, and you should be playing it because it's insane fun. It's really, really good. If you haven't done so, feel free to hit that follow button. It's free, and it allows you to get notifications whenever I go live. Also, if you want to help support the stream, just like Portable Head did earlier today, you can subscribe. You get access to this beautiful primetime emote that you can use not only on this channel but on any channel in Twitch, and as well as helping support the stream. You get one free subscription if you have Amazon Prime. Every month you get one free subscription to any channel of your choosing, and you can use it here. If you want to join the Discord, you can do that with that link right there. It's a very active Discord that we always talk all things Amulet. It's a lot of fun, a lot of very good players in there, and we always talk about potential things, techs, new things that we have been testing, as well as I always post over there when I'm going live too. If you want to check out previous streams, you can do that on YouTube. That's my YouTube page right there. I always upload all of my streams and I timestamp them, so if you have any particular game that you want to go check out in a specific matchup or whatever, you can go do it right there. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so right there. I always post when I'm going live and also which deck I will be playing, so for sure make sure that you follow me over there. And finally, if you want to support the stream in a different way, you can donate to the stream. Also, with any donation that pays for the entry fee of any league, I will play whichever deck you want for me to play. So yeah, that should be fun. And this hand is reasonable. This is very, very likely a turn 4 Titan, so I'm gonna keep. Turn 4 Titan on the draw. It might be a little bit slow in some matchups. Ancestral Vision. So this can be great for us, or it can be awful for us. This is great for us, though. Basically, what changes from being great for us to be awful for us is whether my opponent... that's a lot of basics. That's a lot of basics. It's whether my opponent has access to Blood Moon in their deck or they do not. Also, drawing Forest is, again, maybe great, maybe awful. I don't know yet. So we will see how that goes. Having access to Ballista is fine here. Next turn I can play an Uncounterable as Susa, and then we can... Opt. So this suggests blue-white control to me. Is this mono blue? Because that would be weird. Cavern on Human. Nice counterspells OP. Nice counterspells. Land number 1. Land number 2. Maybe this is like the Taking Turns deck or some crap like that. That wouldn't surprise me. Another Opt. Okay. That means no Dictate of Crufix, which is a good thing for me. Why? Why all of those mismatching basics? Summoner's Effect. On the count of this, no counter spells. Alright. Cavern on Giant. Of course I'm going for Teleria here. I cannot I want multiple blue sources in order to pay for my pact that I'm gonna get on my following turn. Yeah, this might be a little bit awkward though. I mean, if they are playing a Bloodborne deck, then I just die. It might be the Taking Turns deck. If they're on the Taking Turns deck, unless they miracle a thingy, then they can't really do anything. They did miss a land drop though. Alright. Red Source Blood Moon? Or is this blue-white control? If this is blue-white, it is blue-white. Path to Exile, sure. Discarding Timely Reinforcements. Boom, boom, boom. Whoops. Well, I spent 1 mana for no reason. That sucks. Let's start here, because if we find the prime time here, then that's easy mode. Ding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Giant. 2 land drops remaining. I definitely want to bounce and replay Bog here, so I make my opponent's things worse. My opponent's Snapcaster worse. Because I used the mana for no reason, I can cast my primetime here, so that's pretty shitty, but it's probably okay. I kind of want to protect this more than I want to protect the counter, really. Atom Confirmer! Hell yeah! Welcome to the Primetime Legion, my friend. Thanks for the continued support. Subscribing for the 3rd month in a row. Oh yeah, Asusa's feeling frisky. Oh, V-click? Oh yeah, that's fine. Let's trade there. Sweet, that's awesome. That's awesome, I really appreciate it. Boom, boom, boom. That means that our sub counter goes from 1 to 2. Sure, this is fine. Block Asusa, that's also very much fine. I would expect them to have another path here. So let's start there. Explore. Crap. Let's do some of this. Alright, we're gonna get a Pact of Negation here. And do I want to 16 them or do I want to 12 them? That's the question. Elf Kid, deck's great. Deck really is pretty freaking sweet, so you will see no complaints from me. So here, do I want to protect my lands, or do I want to... I guess I do want to protect the cavern, right? So I want to do this. No virus, great. No viruses. So I can transmute for an uncounterable ballista on my next turn. That seems... What's up? If they cryptic tap, I think I would love to see what the modes are on that. Tap all creatures, draw a card. I think cryptic tap I'm going to counter. If it had been cryptic bounce, I would have let it go. But I think that these 12 damage right here are gonna be very relevant. So we do this. Now they take 12. I don't want to open myself to another Vendino click, so I'm just going to let this go. I don't think that it was worth countering this cryptic here, because 12 damage is just so much. And that means that now Ballista is going to be lethal, and if my opponent will probably need to tap out. They showed me that they do not have Path to Exile, and this means that my opponent will very likely need to tap out in order to stop this prime time. Otherwise, they're just gonna die. Today's record elf kit is just we're 2-1. We beat Dredge, we beat Red Green Hollow One with like phoenixes and whatnot. I love me some detention spheres. And then we lost to humans. We lost to two very, very timely meddling mages. So here we transmute. And I think we transmute for Ballista. Ballista for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Cavern on Construct. So I just hardcast this. And counter Ballista for 6. They just concede. Yeah, so I was going to play the Ballista, play the Scout, and then just pass the turn. I am not forced to do anything. I'm not forced to do anything, and my opponent is forced to like somehow interact with this Ballista. And next turn, I could just like start putting mana into this Ballista until my opponent just does something about it, and then they will die. So here we're gonna bring in the Pierces, we're gonna bring in the Tracker, we're gonna bring in the Runic Thar out with Hornet Queen. Relic is fine, Emrakul is great. 1 explosives is all I want. We can side out a single Azusa, probably a single Amulet. Take out a couple of Summoner's Pacts. Explore is amazing because it set up turn 3 Tracker plus land drop, which is exactly what we want to be doing. Is there? Yes, there actually is. There you go. So if you go in there, Snipehawk22, if you go in there, you can actually subscribe while being on mobile. And I want Impulses out because I like Explore more than Impulse. And this list seems pretty... Oh, we can side out 1 land, which is going to be the Radiant Fountain. Which means we have space for... probably the 4th Amulet? Yeah. It's either 4th Amulet or 4th Azusa. Let's do this instead. Yeah. Dope. So here we go. Another consideration is to like side out 1 Primeval Titan if I expect my opponent to be on surgical extractions and whatnot. That doesn't seem too likely. I would snap keep this hand, But since I have two basics in my hand, this is very bad for us. So I'm gonna mulligan. But like turn one turn one like being able to hold up spell pierce is actually pretty good in this kind of matchup. This is a very risky hand that I'm going to keep, and then I'm not gonna find a green source ever, and I'm going to die very, very sadly. Yeah, it's happening. It's already happening. Ceremonious rejection. Wow, I did not see that one coming. Not gonna lie, did not see that one coming. I'm actually going to play this out right here. Not only because I want to protect my stronghold, but because I want to incentivize my opponent to Field of Ruin me on their turn if they can, so they give me a green source. That's why I'm playing this instead of like Bujuki Bog or something like that. Yeah. Field me, bro. Field me, bro. Field me, bro. Ugh. Sad. Let's do this. So the fact that they didn't field me, I guess it means that they do have counter magic. And Coffee Pirate, the hard number of minimal lands, for me, it's, yes, 25 plus, but I very, very rarely side out 2 lands. Siding out 2 lands seems extremely greedy. We die to not making our land drops way more than we die to Mana Flood. So there's really a massive difference between being able to hit our land drops or not being able to do so. So I always want to be on the safe side of things and try to at least have 25, even closer to 26 than 25. Get a basic forest. This is actually kind of nice. It's going to make our like future stronghold turns a little bit more awkward, but it's still fine because I really, really wanted to hit that green source. If they have Cryptic Bounce Turf though, that's gonna be rough. Played against Blue Tron Player last week, who kept like 3 rejections in hands and it just wasn't right now. Yeah, it's just not good. It's not an amazing card against us. That's not bad. I'll take that one. Let's steer a little bit more. What do I want here? I kind of want the gemstone mine. Yeah, because I have enough lands. So let's do this. I expect Cryptic bounce my turf end of turn, which should be pretty damn. Yeah, this is awful for us. What to discard here? Guess we discard the Sage. That's so bad though. Rex Sage can be so much value. Yeah, I'm Inquisitor Jesus. Honestly, I'm trying to see what that meta change really is, because I haven't played Magic Online in a very long time. This is kind of the issue with siding out Asusas. Asusa would be like our best draw, like second to none here. It's literally the best card we can draw. Snapcaster, no value. It's actually pretty good for me because now I can use this Ballista, Uncounterable Ballista, to deal with both Snapcasters and take my opponent's clock. I guess they're gonna Field of Ruin my Cavern, which is fine. Yep, there's a link. see what my opponent does here. I would expect them to feel the cavern away. Yep. And this is why when I was looking at whether to keep that first hand, I, you know, snap mulliganed it. They just have so many ways to like mess up with our stuff. Mess up our stuff, I mean. It's just... It can make things very awkward when we don't get any value from my opponent's Fields of Ruins and Path to Exiles. So... Huh. Having drawn this is very, very interesting. The question is, do I want to bait my opponent's counter magic? Or would I rather just like start pumping this ballista? Because I don't have a cavern anymore, I feel kind of compelled to play out this tracker on this board right here. So I think I'm going to tracker. This basically needs a counter spell right here. Yeah, there it is. Play turf. Return gemstone mine. And I guess I serve here. Yeah. Yeah. Take that. Actually, my opponent might not know, but attacking with Colonnade is good here since it's very, very likely that I sided out my Radiant Fountains. And I literally, well, it's like they are ghosting or something, because guess they figure it out, huh? Let's kill this guy. One, two, three, four, five. Rurik would be an amazing draw. Where were you? Where were you? Oh, Ghost Squatter is the answer here. Ghost Squatter is the answer. The correct play is to path this before this trigger results. Wow, that's hilarious. Okay, so we're gonna get Ghost Squatter and Vesuva copying my opponent's call. No. Well, I guess it's still fine. I can do this. Yeah, I messed it up. I was thinking of Ghost Squatter in my opponent's Colonnade, but then I figured, but then I can't return the Ghost Squatter. So, yep. So now I do have an answer to their Colonnade. So it's hilarious that like the correct play was actually to like path the scout instead of the prime time. If my opponent had passed the scout, yep, my opponent had my opponent had the kill, but they missed it twice. Actually, I thought it would have been very obvious when I returned the Ghost Squatter, and in fact, because of that, I should have led on the scout. Alright. So I guess I'm not gonna flash in the Ghost Squatter then. Got an Amulet. That's hilarious, right? Like the fact that my opponent actually, not understanding how my cards worked very well in my advantage there. My opponent had like, they had literal lethal on board, and because they just are not familiar with my deck or the matchup, then they missed it. But if they had, in response to the Titan trigger, they pathed the scout, then I have literal no outs to their Celestial Colonnade. I'm not going to attack with the scout because I can represent stuff, and because this forces my opponent to like put some mana into activating the colonnade before they actually force me into using the Ghost Quarter. Very interesting match, though. Very interesting match. We were very far behind at one point, and that punt of getting this instead of a blue source, it's really punishing me right now. I could have transmuted last turn. So it's 5 to activate. That means they cannot have Cryptic and activate Colonnade. I could bounce. I guess I can. Yeah, this seems better. So I'm going to float blue here. Float blue. Bounce gemstone. Replay it. Get another blue. Transmute. Now we do have access to a pact, but I'm not going to cast it for a good while. Yeah, I made this that mistake of clicking on the Vesuva instead of getting a semi-growth. It cost me in tempo, right? That's the thing. Oh. This is a bluff attack. I really don't want my opponent to block here. But I want to see whether my opponent bites the bullet. They do. And this is one of the situations where they destroy my Bordeaux garrison. I literally have no way of... I have no, like, constant... No other white source. I guess Vesuva will need to copy one of my opponent's Radiant Fountains. So now they're tapped off Cryptic. They can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They can pay 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I should have actually cast Pact and cast the Primeval Titan there. I messed it up. Messed it up. Emrakul would be an amazing draw. Ugh. Yeah, this Pact is just way too risky. Not gonna go there. Not gonna go there. Wow, my opponent not respecting the bounce land. I purposely did not attack with the scout to represent having a bounce land, and my opponent just like, wow, that's a black-end scout. Well, now they know I don't have a bounce land, so might as well serve with both. Take 2, amigo. Tension Sphere, you got it. This sphere on what? Is the question. On Azusa? You got it. That's a waste of a card. I'll take it. Impulse. That's not a bad draw, actually. That's one of the cards that I wanted to draw. So now I can bounce this. And now I actually have blue mana to pay for pacts. I'm gonna do it next turn though. And there's no need to attack with this guy now. Man, it would be great to draw an Emrakul. Which is one of the reasons why I kinda don't want to pact, because I already bottomed a couple of cards that were not Emrakul. This Ancestral Vision is just, I don't think it's going to be good enough. I mean, at one point my opponent will need to answer my stupid dorks. Of course, I'm going to tempt them to deal with my Azusa here. Because, yeah, because I already have another one. You got me, opponent. You got me. And now I can play another Azusa. Shodna, what is Bertocchini it? If you want to tell me what that is, I can do it. It's going to be like a massive, what's his name? Logic Knot for 5. Okay. Amulet. Nothing. Alright. Vesuva, Copysemic Growth. Play this. Untap. This. Pact. Dispel. I guess I pack this. If they have another Logic Knot, this is pretty bad for me. If they don't, however, they do have a Logic Knot. Okay, so if they kill the Scout and bounce my Simic Growth, I die. But I think this was worth the risk. I do think this was worth the trouble. X equals 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can pay 7, right? Okay. Primeval Titan. Can't cast it, but yeah. Okay, so they need to answer my Scout with 2 cards. Yeah, they needed to answer my Scout and my land. This is fine. Pact for Emrakul. Oh, and now I get what you said with Bertoncini. That makes sense. Didn't quite get it. Okay, here we find the Emrakul. All right. Called it. Called it. Called it. Oh, we can actually cast it here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 8. How much is this? 8 mana? Yeah, we can actually cast it. let's take a turn. Let's take a turn here. They're gonna counter it, but it's fine. I mean, they were gonna counter it at any point anyway. But this is going to free... Sure. This is going to, like, free my turn so I can do stuff, basically. So I can play a prime time on my next turn. Surgical, Summoner's Pact. Oh, there's literal no Primeval Titans in the graveyard. That's hilarious. All right, so this is good to know. This is very good to know, actually. So there's a Colonnade. Oh my god, I actually made a mistake. I shouldn't have. Fairy minus on itself. Boop. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have. I totally forgot about the Ancestral Vision. I should have waited one more turn and I could have targeted myself with the Ancestral. So I messed it up. I totally forgot that there was an Ancestral on Suspend. Man, I should have taken note of that. That was very, very bad. I think if I target myself with the Ancestral, we are very likely to win. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I can cast Prime Time here because I need to hold Colonnade up for blocks. Because they are gonna minus on Rudik. Because they... Yeah, I guess I'm just going to do it anyway. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so this resolved. This means that now I can activate Colonnade, which is good for me. And get Simic Growth and... So Tolaria doesn't get anything at this point, so it's better for me to do this. Played my land for turn already, so I'm just going to get the Bog. I think we're gonna lose here because I forgot about that Ancestral Vision. If I had waited one more turn to cast the Emrakul, then I just block. I cast the Emrakul, I target myself with the Ancestral, and then the Teferi doesn't really do anything. So I punted this game away. Definitely punted this game away. Yeah, they passed this. Okay. I messed it up. Yeah. Yeah, that was my bad. That was definitely my bad. My opponent also made some very gross mistakes, and I wasn't able to capitalize on that. So that I am not very happy with how I played that game. I think I'm going to keep all the Titans. Let's try. I think I want to try this again. I think I'm going to try this again. No, because explosives can be cast on 4 to kill my opponents. This is just too slow. Is this good enough? It probably is, actually. It is very, very slow, but I think it's good enough, though. I only have 7 minutes to finish this game, so I'm going to try to play as quickly as I can. This Explorer, as you can see, Explorer here being excellent. Explorer is going to progress my game plan, give me an extra land drop, dig me into more lands so I can actually keep casting, keep playing those land drops, and then it's just everything that I want to be doing, basically. In this kind of matchup, Explorer is very, very good. Yeah, I'm gonna play Ghost Quarter first. You're gonna counter this? If this Explorer eats a Logic Knot, then I'm very, very happy about this. Mana Leak. That's the same. I'm still very happy about this. Sure. Steerings. Spell Queller. Okay. So now I can transmute. The question is, do I transmute for Cavern, or I think I'm going to transmute for Cavern here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cryptic is pretty bad. Miss Landrop is very good, though. That was just a slow roll. Yeah, Field of Ruin is pretty bad. Field of Ruin is pretty bad right there. Alright. If I make it to 6 mana, I win. If my opponent keeps like bouncing and like destroying my lands, I will probably lose. That's a solid draw. Yeah, you got it. This is my hand, opponent. What can you do about this? I guess they take the Pact of Negation here. Dig it. I dig it. Asusa. And now I just pass. To be fair, this is a 3-turn clock, which is pretty quick. It's pretty quick. Play land, Jace. That is probably okay. They did play land though, which that's definitely a mistake. They should have cast Jace before playing land, because if they draw a field, they definitely want to play it out. So that's definitely a mistake right there. Yeah, so my opponent basically turned into a like tempo deck of sorts. Blue-white tempo. Yeah. Covenant Giant. So here I'm gonna get 2 bounce lands. I just want to make sure that I hit like a million land drops. Bounce land and semi-growth, another bounce land. Want to make sure that I hit all my land drops. My opponent doesn't really have anything of value in their graveyard, so I'm not very afraid of Snapcaster Mage. If they play a path here, that's a little bit more troublesome. But so this next Titan is going to actually attack next turn. And what can I do to stop this, guys? I guess I can transmit for Ballista. So I can down to 6 here. Oh, E on 3 is actually pretty good too. So I will use 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to cast Titan, 6 to cast Titan, 1, 2, 3 to transmute, so I don't have enough mana to do everything that I want. If they let me untap with Titan, then I do have enough mana. I just doubt they're gonna allow me to do that. I can pact for Rurik. Pact for Rurik is one option. Pact for Tracker is another option. That's solid. Okay, so I just go to combat, see what my opponent does. Cryptic, tap, draw. Cool. Okay, I guess I go for it. Do I ballista? No, I can't ballista. Because they have Colonnade now. Oh no, I do have an answer to Colonnade. So I can ballista for 1, 2, 3, which kills the click. Ghost Squatter for this. I kill the Jace. Basically, if they have any counter spell and it's better for me to explosives on 3, but if they have any counter spell, I die. So I don't think I can afford to do that. So I'm going to name construct. That's 1, 2, 3. Whoops, done. I want to force them to use a card on this ballista. That's why I don't want to kill the Jace here. Because otherwise this ballista can potentially also kill the Queller. Ghost Squatter's answers Colonnade. This answers Click. This is a very tight game here. Very tight game. Very, very tight game. Opponents try to figure out how they get out of this. So am I. We're both trying to figure out, okay, how can it get... Considering how my opponent sideboarded and how they're kind of like on this tempo plan instead of the usual like blue-white control plan, maybe I should have changed my sideboarding and I should have considered bringing in what's his name? I should have considered bringing back in the Radiant Fountain and or the Bailoff. Do I want to kill the Jace here? I don't think I do. Also, my opponent didn't show me a single terminus actually. Also, I was like quite behind on clock compared to my opponent, and now I'm like 2 minutes ahead. No idea how that actually happened, but I guess it did. I guess it did. Is this the fairy time? Yeah, the blue-white matchup is always so sweet. I love playing the blue-white matchup. It's always super tight, filled with very interesting decisions. That's the fairy. Definitely the fairy. The fairy draw. Alright. Sweet, they didn't answer the ballista, which makes things much better for me. I imagine they're gonna cryptic here, and I can do one. This at the fairy, this at Jace, this at them. Let's get some value. I guess we're getting Slayer's Tolaria, huh? No, Slayer's Vesuva. Kill both walkers. This is very interesting, actually. How's this? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a counter on this. Yeah, I'm gonna play out this on Giant, because if my opponent uses their mana on their turn, that's good for me. And just pass the turn. Now I get an answer to Spell Queller, I get an answer to Celestial Colonnade. I do have an extra Colonnade for next turn. Put a counter. Ping. Ping. And ping. Instant speed Ancient Steerings. As if Steerings wasn't good enough, now it's an instant. Negate, you got it. That really doesn't matter. Yep. Activate. More Titans. No Cryptic. Okay. Bog, yeah. Six, 7, 8. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the 4. Cool. Good times. Good times. Yeah. I love playing against blue-white. I love the matchup against blue-white. It's usually super entertaining. 2-1 versus blue-white control. Yeah, little things like what happened on game 2, right? If I had waited like one extra turn, if I had waited one more extra turn, I think we win game 2, and it's not close. The loss was to humans. Procurando sobre o deck, comecei a jogar como mesmo faço nos 2 meses e suas livros e vídeos me ajudaram bastante. Eu sou do Brasil. Prazer, Noia SP. Noia SP. Muito obrigado por seu comentário. Estou muito contente que você gostou do meu vídeos. Video. My Portuguese is very rusty. This hand, but yeah, love. Thanks for checking out the stream, and I love that you're liking the deck, man. It's a good time. It's a good time. Nah, I'm gonna mulligan this hand. This is potentially better. Yep. Let's see what we're up against. We really want to draw any bounce land. Uh-oh. This matchup I have a very positive record against, but every time I play, ooh, damn. Every time I play against this deck, it just feels awful. Bounce land. Any green bounce land allows me to tighten these turns. Holy crap, alright. Metallic Mimic. Whoa! I didn't even know this worked that way. I didn't even know this card worked that way. That's awesome. That makes sense. Well, we tried. Sweet. So that happened. Would you bog out Hornet Queen? Yes. Ballista? Yes. Explosives? Yes. Side out 1 prime time. Side out Explorers. One Explorer, I guess. Actually, we can probably do this instead. No, actually, no. Let's do this. No. Yeah. That wasn't a turn 2, though. Well, that was technically turn 4, alright? That was turn 4. It was just my deck that did nothing. I really needed the bounce land there, but you know, it is what it is. That was turn 4 though, that they did all of that stuff, or turn 3. So they did all that stuff on turn 3, but then I would have died on turn 4, basically. Also, now, Shona, now that you use the command for turn 2, I have no idea how to bring it back. so, so you just gave me a free turn 2 kill. Which is rough. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not so sure about the graft land. That graft land seems like a little bit too, too much. And of note, I don't like fire spout in this matchup. There are things I do like Cozy Return because the instant speed is very relevant, but I don't think that the this I'm gonna keep this in. But I don't think that the 3 damage is just good enough. Usually their dudes just far outgrow 3 damage. And I want to get a gemstone here over the land that gains life because my opponent might Damping Sphere me next turn. Steerings is good. I guess I want an explosive over the ballista. This is kind of like on purpose. I'm trying to kind of like bait my opponent to spend their turn 2 playing a Damping Sphere. That's not going to do anything because I already have the Abrade. That's why I play this out right there. Because I'm hoping that I get blown out by a Damping Sphere. It's a Ravager though. That's pretty good. Yeah. Let's do some of this. So now we're holding up a Braid if my opponent doesn't do anything, or if they play another 2 casting cost dude, I can explosives them away. We will see what they do though. No, because stuff like this happens. Like, I wish that I, could... I guess I let this go. I see what my opponent does here. Ballista. I guess I Abrade the Ravager in response. And then I think I'm going to Explosives on 1. Ooh, yes. Yes, I am. Five. What's the best way to go about this? Because I kind of don't want all of these Arcbound counters going onto the Ballista. I think I do play this out. Yeah, the problem with upgrading... I'm not sure I want to upgrade the Ballista here. I guess I have to wait to see what my opponent does. And then choose what to do with the upgrade. But I think I want to blow this up first. Because it's effectively the same, right? I cannot answer both with the mana that I have. I'm 1 mana short of answering both of the same turn. And I kind of want to... for the Hardened scales to die before I answer the Ballista. Otherwise, they will... and he will get 1 free counter for no reason. So I think this is the correct play. It also plays around Nature's Claim, because if I upgrade the Ballista, my opponent claims my guy, then that's even worse for me. I'm not loving my spot though. That's a very big ballista right now. That's a 6/6. So I'll take 6 here. Effectively at 2. Bounce this. Blink Moth. Okay. Destroy artifact. I'm gonna go down to 1 here. Oh, I messed it up, right? I messed it up. I'm gonna shut up. Ah, they didn't miss it. Fuck. Yeah, they saw it. I messed it up. I should have just main phased, killed the ballista. Now they have lethal. Yep. Yeah, so I punted that game away. I really didn't think my opponent actually hitting their land drop and being able to like get their ballista. For a second, I was hoping that they would that they would miss it as well. Because if I had survived that turn, I would have gone to 1. But then Primetime goes and gets Radiant Fountain. Still dead to another ballista, but yeah, yeah, that wasn't very well played on my part. But yeah, so that is exactly how the matchup has felt for me. I beat it more than I've lost to it, but every time I play against it, it feels like that. Let's try this again. I might not finish this league. So because I need to like go do some stuff. But yeah, I want to at least like get 1 or 2 more matches. Again, thanks everybody for hanging out today. My name is Francisco. Sorry that I'm playing a little bit not great right there. But if you haven't done so yet, remember to hit that follow button. While we're mulligan this hand, I can let you know, and this hand as well, I can let you know that we stream a lot of Amulet here. So if you do enjoy the content, feel free to hit that follow button. This is actually an amazing hand for having mulled solo. Yeah, if you hit that follow button, then you can get notified whenever I go live, and you can check more content. If you want to support the stream, you can do so by subscribing, just like Shauna right there. When you subscribe, you get that prime time emote, which is pretty sweet. Against humans, huh? So next turn we use Souza. So this is one of the matchups, and having played twice in 2 leagues against humans, it makes me think that maybe it's to be playing main deck Hornet Queen is exactly what we want to be doing. Ugh. If Azusa doesn't get answered, then any bounce land gives me primetime mana next turn, so I think I am not going to be blocking with this. That's a meddling mage though. Why do they always have the meddling mage? I have not played a matchup against humans where they did not have meddling mage. Not played a game against humans. Even today, I think we lost 0-2 to humans. Yeah, we lost 0-2. Both games we got meddling maged. In fact, game 2 we got double meddling maged. I don't think I want to chump this turn. I think I want to chump on my following turn. Mirror Crusader is a very real card, my friend. Mirror Crusader is a very real card. Aha. That kind of changes things. Because of this, I think I'm actually going to chump here. So I'm not dead to Reflector Mage next turn. Because I think I'm literally dead to Reflector Mage next turn. Explore, save me. Bounce land. Bounce land. Bounce land here. Right here. Right here. We're going to draw a bounce land. You'll see. That's not a bounce land. We're still drawing live to any untap source. Still drawing live to any untap source. The impulses must still load. Yeah, I did test in the past main deck Hornet Queen, and it was pretty excellent. I remember doing so. When was it? I can't remember when that was, but that was pretty sweet for sure. They named Ballista, which is understandable. I think it would have been better for them to name explosives though with their current board. 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. Holy crap. Alright, untap source, and we stabilize, I think. Untap source. Untap source. Untap land. Sad face. Very sad face. Mark on12, thank you very much for the follow. Boy, does it suck to get Meddling Maged out of the game. Hate when that happens. Let's bring that guy, let's bring this guy. Explosives. And that's it. Take out one Primeval Titan. Take out a couple of Explorers. And one Pact. Yep. Yeah, Crusader was real. Crusader is a very real card. That's when Walking Ballista, it's pretty good. Because usually even you want to set up your explosives on 2 against humans, because that's where they deal the most damage. So yeah, Crusader is can blow you out pretty bad sometimes. Itachi-san 44. Thank you very much for that follow. I appreciate everybody being here, hanging out. Hope you're having a good time. Playing some Amulet. Yes, please. This hand is mildly risky, but definitely worth it. So we're going to be casting Azusa and Scout next turn because they don't have any 1-mana way of to get rid of this. Or we can draw another Amulet. Ugh. I tried. I can get Knight of Autumn with the... My opponent can cast Knight of Autumn, that's what I mean. They can cast the Knight of Autumn here and blow up the Amulet, but if that's the case, then it just doesn't matter because I can't cast Titan next turn anyway if they do that, so might as well just go for this. If they have Reflector Mage, I effectively win. If they have Meddling Mage, that's very annoying. Every single time they have it. That's so nuts. That's so crazy. Every single time they have it. It just makes me so sad. Like, I literally can't play the game right now. Yeah, just gonna pass the turn here. What's up, Okoto? How you doing? Yeah, this guy's So meddling. Stupid Piccola. Stupid Piccola messing me up. And the worst part is I can't even like double block and like force a trade because of the stupid hierarch. Yep. And I can't activate Stronghold. Feels bad, man. Oh, just another melee mage, sure. I wonder what they name here. Walking Ballista, okay. Explosives is an out. Fire Spout is an out. Abrade is an out. I mean, we still keep waiting. Well, this one, at least this one I can kill with the Stronghold activation. So at least there's that. What did they name here? Engineered explosives. Sure. All right. Draw anything? Nope. I think I'm just going to wait. Just going to wait here. I don't want to show my opponent the gemstone mine, and maybe I can vial it in with the scout. Just flash the land in, and then hopefully like bait one of my opponent's melee mages into a bad attack. Shauna, thank you very much for the cheer. Appreciate all the support. Okay. Now what? What's your last card? Please attack with everything. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. My opponent cannot. So I can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I can go down to 1, 8, 11, 14, 16. I can go down to 1 and cast it for a Mule Titan here. What does that do for me? That being the case, I think I would like for the Azusa to survive. Or would I like... Yeah, I think I would like for the Azusa to survive. That nets me more mana. Yeah, right? Azusa survives, I play 1, 2, 3, play Prime Time. I guess I can also play Azusa. Play Primetime. Primetime goes and gets Bounce Land plus gets Bounce Land plus Simic. I transmute, have 3 mana floating. I'm 1 mana short. I'm 1 mana short of playing and activating explosive. Oh no, there's this too. Okay, but this is my out. So I block here. I top deck Amulet. white, red. Down to 1. Untap. Amulet. Yeah, right? That's my only out. So I need to steerings into Amulet and I win this game. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Oh, feels good. Feels good. Play to your outs and get rewarded, my friends. Play to your outs and get rewarded. Play to your outs and get rewarded. Yes, because I'm going to double prime time. Yes. So here we get Garrison and I still have enough mana. Garrison and Gemstone, I guess. Then I play one more land. I guess I can do Garrison and Vesuva, right? And then attack. I have 2 Titans attacking and I 32 them. Yeah. This is fine. So we can actually get this with the second Titan. So we get Gruul Turf and Colony Garden. Float. Get a token. Bounce my land. Cast Primeval Titan. Yes. Boros Garrison and Vesuva. Vesuva copies Stronghold. Make sure I don't mess up my triggers. This, 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 and this. Float, float. Activate. Activate. Bounce. Replay this for value. They can see. This is how we do it. Oh, that one felt good. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. My opponent had, was that triple melee mage, double lieutenant, and yep, that was it. That was sweet. Any changes? Remaisen, you cannot just get lucky. All right, you need to know what you're looking for. You need to know what you're looking for. And to be fair, we had a. I mean, I guess by that turn it was kind of late, but we had like quite a bit of outs. This hand looks pretty. This looks fine. Hopefully, no Noble Hierarch on turn 1. That means no Noble Hierarch, which is good for me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we going to find a prime time off the top? Are we going to have a prime time off the top? Oh, it's only going to be a massive ballista. So unlucky. So unlucky. Bounce this. Steerings first, I guess. Vesuva is fine. I guess this allows me to hit my land drops as well. Simic Growth. I think I'm interested in making a ballista for 4 here. Or I can make a ballista for 2 and hit my land drops. I think ballista for 4 is just better. It also makes my opponent's Reflector Mages a little bit more awkward, because they're gonna, kind of feel forced into bouncing the ballista, so it doesn't just win the game on its own. and which means that my Azusa will be fine then. Noble Hierarch, yeah, I'm gonna kill that one. Big Ballista is big. Big Ballista is big indeed. Damping Sphere. Yeah, not gonna lie, that one's a little bit annoying. Not gonna lie, that one kind of sucks. So play Gemstone, play Fountain. Yeah. And this is Ballista activation, which is nice. Yeah, I probably don't want to swing with the Azusa, just a 4/4. Alright, they kind of need an answer for this. They kind of need an answer for this one. It's kind of like Knight of Autumn or bust. Yeah, I'm taking 3 here. I'm taking 3 here, no problem. That's also very weird. Like, they could have hard cast the Mantis Rider and not do this. So this is actually 7 mana that's going to cost me to cast the Primeval Titan. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, right? I can actually cast the Primeval Titan here. Yeah, we can Titan and we can also haste it, right? Yep, that sounds about right to me. Land number 1, float green. Play, copy, Simic Growth, whatever. Float 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bounce Gemstone. Play as my land for turn. Cast Primeval Titan. Well, I mean, pact for Primeval Titan, I guess. They concede. We got there, everyone. We got there. My opponent had a nice damping sphere though. Like it did quite a bit of not enough. It did quite a bit of not enough. It was great. It was great. I will go to the bathroom and we'll be right back. Hold in there. Oh, that meme is great, man. Elf Kid, you killed it with that meme. I'm going to actually cancel this because I'll be right back. Mark on 12. Well, that's awesome. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Glad that you're enjoying it. Um, let me find the meme because this is I will. Let's queue for a match, but this is the meme right here. Look at this beauty. It's just so funny. Dude, you killed it with that meme. Alright. Give my opponent the good luck. That meme is just complete gasoline. And this hand is also complete gasoline. The sequence in here is gonna be funny. But hear me out. So we're gonna lead on Tolaria West. What this is gonna do is, oh, we're playing against Bogles. Sweet. So that means that no answer for the Amulet on game 1. Which means that now I can safely, on my turn 2, play the Amulet off of the Tolaria West, and then by playing a Colony Garden, yep, I can play Colony here, and now I can cast Steerings. Again, looking for lands slash more amulets. That's why I led on Steerings over Impulse. However, here we do Griff's Boon. Alright. Ethereal Armor. Alright. It's a big Boggle. Okay, so now we're gonna draw a bunch of lands. So I play a Susa, bouncing this. I'm trying to see if I can play and blow up explosives this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can transmute. 1, 2, 3, 4. But then I'm gonna be 1 mana short of actually playing and activating activating explosives, so this will kind of have to wait. I can, however, use this turn to transmit for explosives on 1, and next turn we kind of seal the deal with everything we got going on. So this is going to be fine. We float the mana, we bounce the T-West, we transmute for explosives. And we only have a single land drop, so we can play another Colony Garden. We can Impulse. Yeah, I'll take a Rex Sage here. And next turn we should very comfortably win the game if we don't die. So my opponent has 1 turn to kill me here. Elfkid, I don't know if you heard I was talking about that. It's we are on that first turn. I already had everything that I wanted. The only thing that could change my potential lines of play would have been to find another amulet, right? So because the only card that I'm looking for that changes my lines is a second amulet, I laid on Steerings in order to have more information for my following turn. So that's my reasoning for doing things in the order that I did. I guess this means backed. With a counter backup. Is that correct? I feel like I'm correct. It's a Pact of Negation. It's 1 land drop. Yeah, but it changes my sequence though, because I'm not gonna play the Colony Garden. I'm just actually going to play the bounce land. I don't remember the exact place now, but I think that there was it would have changed my sequence there by 1 land or something. But I wanted to have the most information possible, pretty much. Stronghold. I expect my opponent to concede here. Maybe they don't. Oh, this is actually lethal. So this was actually lethal. I still have 1 more land drop, so I'm going to activate, give it +2/+0, then bounce the Garrison, replay the Garrison as my third land for the turn, leave it untapped. Then on the attack trigger, I was going to get another bounce land and send home Fortress of the Legion. Give the Titan double strike, that would make it 16 power, plus the 1 from the Azusa, that would have been 17. My opponent's on 17, they die. So Elfgate, if I find the Amulet on my next turn, I'm down 1 mana, right? Because I need to Stirrings and Amulet and cast the Amulet on my following turn. So I'm behind on 1 mana if I do it like that. Does that make sense? Maybe I'm just like bullshitting, and that's just not, you know, straight out not correct. But I think that was it gives me more information in order to like figure out which way I can sequence my plays. Ballista out and 1 impulse out. So here I do bring in the Abrades, not only because it's possible that my opponent will bring in Damping Sphere, but also because my experience in this matchup is we never die to their Bogles, we die to Core Spirit Dancer. So if they have an answer to Core Spirit Dancers, it's pretty important, I think. This hand is fine. We have a little piece of interaction. Also, sometimes they bring in Damping Sphere. We got a little piece of interaction. We have multiple ramp spells, and we have a reasonable-ish amount of lands with Stirrings, which can... Okay, so we have more lands now. This is okay. Let's see what they do here. Griff Spoon and Rancor. Oh, Spider Ramper. Sure. This is much less threatening here. We lead on Steering, see what we find. Hey, look at that. Would you look at that? Of course, not playing the land here. And not playing the... not attacking with Scout, I mean, because we're gonna have the actual land drop. Another Umbra, sure. And what? Now what? I'm very much okay taking 4 here. If this is all they have, I don't even think I explosives here. Yeah, I think I'm more interested in like setting up my Titan next turn. Or I can do everything I want, right? I can actually do everything. I can explosives on 1 and... yeah, because I can just return the forest with my land for turn. So I do this. Play explosives on 1. Done. Explosives on 1 color. And then because I drew the forest, I can actually end of turn flash in the Simic Growth, bouncing this, blow up the explosives at their end of turn in order to, you know, set them back on tempo. Try Diver, sure, that doesn't do anything. It's just a free block. And here I won't kill the Boggle, but it will pretty much make it... yeah. I am actually very happy here, making sure that my opponent doesn't suit up this Boggle again. So I will trade here. I'll take 4, go down to 9. And then end of turn I'm actually going to blow this up. The way that Umbras work is that it's a replacement effect, so my opponent will choose to keep the Boggle alive. However, the Umbras get destroyed by the explosives anyway, so that's really all I care about here. And here we're going to get Fountain plus what? Blue Source, I guess? No, we're gonna get this instead. And I'm going to bounce the T-West, I think. This should be game over. To play around, I didn't play Explosives on the previous turn because I wanted to play around Nature's Claim. My opponent hasn't been doing for like a couple of turns already. And if they spend their turn just to get back a Gwyff's Boon, that's just game over. Yeah, this is this is not even close to enough. So this is just over. This is very over now. If it wasn't over before, it definitely is over now. They just concede here. Yep. Yeah, honestly, if I wanted to play around Gadok, actually playing the explosives out is better. Because then by the time the Gadok tick comes down, I can actually just... I can't actually cast it, right? So if that's what I was going to do, then that's probably the case. But if I wanted to actually, you know, play around my opponent's Nature's Claim, which I think it's very likely that they do have in hand, because they haven't been doing anything for a couple of turns already, then I think holding the land, holding the explosives is better. BMJ. This seems like an okay keep. Again, here I'm looking for land drops, so I'm actually going to lead on steerings till my opponent's on. Shadow? Do you think they're... Oh yeah, that makes sense. This is a Death Shadow opener right there. Inquisition. Okay. They can take any card in my hand they want to. That's very weird though. Like, why wouldn't they want to like get more information and just like bubble in order to know what my draw step is? That seems like a miss sequence from my opponent. Wow. They has 16 trophies? That's insane. He's been playing Tron though. That's... Yeah, I think this was a mistake. If they were gonna do this, it's just like... Seems like weird sequencing right there. I think I would rather have the gemstone here. And next turn I can choose whether I want to play around Stub or not. They are on Grixis Shadow. Serum Visions. Alright, so I don't need to play around... Stub. Which is nice. What did he do? One bottom, one top. So I could... My opponent is representing some kind of removal, so I think I want to explore here instead of playing out the scout. I could also scout here. I could scout or steerings while this would be like steerings while playing around my opponent's Stub. I think I want to play out the Simic Growth though. Because if I play out the Scout and it gets bolted, it is one more card for them to like play an Angler with or something, and I don't want to enable that. Okay, so they're gonna flashback Inquisition. This is fine. This is fine. I'm just like one land of any kind away from casting this prime time, so this is fine. I'm not sure whether I play out the Ballista. Oh, that makes it easy. I don't play out the Ballista. It's lead on steerings. Yikes. This kind of... No, this doesn't solve anything. So do I double... I think I double Scout. I for sure play one of these Scout. The question is, do I play a second Scout or do I play the T-West down? If I play the T-West down, the upside is that next turn I get to... If Scout survives, which I think it's very unlikely, then I actually get to primetime next turn. I am not going to play as if that were going to happen. I'm going to assume that Scout dies, so in that case I would rather play out the second Scout as well. Here I guess that they can kill both Scouts, but if they are doing that, that's okay probably. Thoughtseize is of course the worst possible card for me here. Yep. There was no way this Scout was surviving. It's just... it was not happening. It was never happening. Swing 2, take 2. Take 2. That's a Death Shadow. Here I think I'm going to transmute for another bounce land. Alternatively, I can transmute for an Explosives or for a Blue Pact. All of those are possible options. Bounce land allows me to play around Call Against Command. Bojukebog allows me to play around future Snapcasters and what's his name? And Gourmet Ganglers. I think I am going to get Bojukebog here actually. This punishes me very, very bad if my opponent top decks a Thoughtseize. This is very, very punishing if my opponent happens to top deck a Thoughtseize here. But if they don't, then I should be in a pretty solid spot. And here I think I block the Death Shadow. I want to keep my life total as high as possible so I don't die to a Timur Battle Rage. 6, 7, 8. So I would go down 10. My opponent will go down to 7. If I untap, can I haste the primetime? That would be 8 mana required. 9 mana required. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm not gonna block here. Sweet. Alright, sick. We get Kalni plus Fountain, I guess. Or I can get double Fountain plus something else. I cannot transmute this turn. I cannot transmute. I think I want to Fountain plus Bounce Land. This will make sure that I use all of my land drops and I stay as far away as possible from being dead to Timur Battle Rage. Which seems like it's the way that I would lose this game. In fact, it's possible that it's the correct play for me to block this Death Shadow here. No attacks. I want to play around K command because I can mostly. 1, 2, 3. This is very interesting. So this shadow is going to be Iron W can't. I don't think it's that. I think it's a very good deck, but I just don't think it's that great right now. I can simply just play it slow and just keep waiting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I can play another Primeval Titan and attack, or I can. I think I want to transmute for a blue pact here. I think I do want to transmute for a blue pact here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We leave blue floating. Yes. We get Simic Growth and another Tolaria, I guess. Colony Garden. Let's get Colony. So basically all I'm trying to do here is try to make sure that I don't die to Timur Ballad Rage. Because if I don't die to Timur Ballad Rage, I think I will win the game. Play this as my land for turn. Transmute. For Pact of Negation. And now we pass the turn, no attacks. So I have multiple blue sources to pay for anything I want. If they Thoughts is here, this is fine. No attacks is good for me. LOL. Steering's trying to find exactly this. Engineered explosives. Okay, so this will force my opponent's hand. If they have a stub, they need to counter this. They don't, so they lose. What I was gonna do was I was gonna attack with both prime times, then either one of them gets Bounce Land plus Sun Home, Scout flashes it in, and then I double strike whichever prime time does not get blocked by Death Shadow, and they die. That was my plan. Okay, so that comes out. Second explosives, yes. Relic, yes. Stormwell Crypt, no. Tracker and Baloth, yes. Sage out. Man, I really don't know whether I should be bringing in Pierce against Death Shadow. I feel like I shouldn't. I feel like I should not. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with this. Yeah, which I guess means that Hornet Queen is in a pretty good spot right now in the meta. Against decks like Grixis Shadow, I tend to keep hands that are a little bit on the loose side of things, because they will shred my hand to pieces anyway, and like actually being low on lands is very bad for me. So yeah, this is exactly what I was saying. I think I really want to hit my land drops. So whoa, that's aggressive. So I'm going to Steerings here, and I think I do want the Gruul Turf. This counts as 2 lands versus just the 1. No place. Okay, play out the Stronghold. Steerings. Here I think I'm actually going to get the Gemstone Mine. The reason for that is that it allows me to get full value from Azusa. That's the only reason why I'm doing that. Snapcaster, Thoughtseize, get the Azusa, I assume. Bye Azusa. Let's stop the Azusa here, please. Impulse. I think I'm going to play out the explosives on 1 here. I think it's worth it. I want to blank my opponent's future Inquisitions. And this also makes what's his name? Stubborn Denial much worse. And now my opponent needs to find his Thoughtseize. Sure. Wow. Yeah, they're going deep. Just to cast an angler here. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Yeah, play my gemstone. Then next turn I will play Cavern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play Cavern of Souls. Play an Uncountable Titan to play around Disdainful Stroke. And we'll see what my opponent can do about that. Inquisition. Yep, you see what I was saying. You see what I was saying. Like, that's like my opponent basically paying one mana and discarding a card for no value whatsoever. Giant. They just concede. Yeah, so these are the games that we win against Grixis Shadow. When they aggro us out, so my opponent's hand was probably like 1 or 2 Stubborn Denials, Disdainful Stroke or whatever, and like they just didn't really have a clock. Like they cast an Angler on turn 5, and they were forced to like Fatal Push their Snapcaster in order to cast it. These are the games that we win against Grixis Shadow. When they start the game and they go like turn 1, like Discard Spell, turn 2, they play like 1 shadow, and they like, you know, cantrip and like play 2 shadows on turn 3 or something. That's when we die because we can't really beat that. So don't I never take this as an example of how the shadow matchup actually works out, because that's usually not the case. In fact, I do believe that we are a dog in that matchup. I don't think we're favored at all. Did you feel like the Amulet was wrong there? To be fair, it's possible. To be fair, it's possible that it was just... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep this. Okay, this is fine. Oh, I really wanted to keep that hand. I really did. I really did. We're gonna bottom that. We're not looking for lands, we're pretty much looking for a ramp at this point. Botanical Sanctums is spirits. Shit. Yeah, this matchup is not great. This matchup is very, very interesting, but it's not. I don't think it's very good for us. I think I wanted turf. Yeah, I mean, main deck Hornet Queen is definitely gonna wanna work out here. Ooh, that's good for me. That is very, very good for me. I guess that kind of means that it's very likely for my opponent to have, stupid thing, that my opponent is very likely to have Collected Company. So they know about the turf, so I'm gonna play that one. Yep, they 100% have Collected Company. I think that I'm more interested in my opponent attempting to Queller this. So I'm gonna lead on this first. There's the company. Yep. Yep. So now I can play my land, play Amulet, and I can actually Titan next turn. The question is, will this be enough though? I'm honestly not sure whether this will be enough or not. And I can't really Hornet Queen here. Also, Selfless Spirit kind of shits on Hornet Queen anyway. That's good for me. I don't think it's gonna be good enough, but that's definitely good for me. Okay, that's 6 damage. 6 damage. Opponent potentially holding up Path. You gotta be kidding me! That's the absolute worst possible draw in my deck. That's the absolute worst possible draw in my deck. That's so shitty. Rattle Chains resolves. So I imagine they will counter this, which would be good for me. Yep. Choose to not pay. Yeah, so that was the worst possible thing that could have happened, really. Worst possible thing that could have happened. Because now I just basically have to hope that my opponent doesn't draw any Lord, because any Lord just kills me. That's so bad for me. Tolaria plus Simic Growth, I guess. My explosives is out, so I will pay for Pact, transmute for Ballista, I think, but then I die. I guess they take 8 here, so they go down to 11, and they need to leave some blockers, assuming my opponent has nothing, right? Assuming they have absolute nothing, which doesn't seem very feasible, but it's kind of like my only out for them to not have anything. Hornet Queen is too slow here, of course. So they swing for 8. Oh, just for 3? Does this mean they have literal nothing? Because that would be great. Boy, would that be great. Okay. Because of the selfless spirits, 16. What's the best thing I can do here? I can play Gemstone, transmute for a blue pact in order to play around anything that my opponent could do. Then pay here, pay transmute. Activate. No, that doesn't work. So I just need to hope that my opponent doesn't have anything, right? Because I can't really play around anything. Yeah, that sounds about right. Second prime time. Huh. Second prime time. I have the Vesuva in hand, so I can't really use this. Vesuva, copy this. No, that doesn't work. So I just need to swing. That would be 6, 8, 16 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 16 minus 5. That's still lethal. So just gotta get lucky? Or am I missing something? If I attack and I fetch bounce land, bounce land, bounce land, I bounce these two or whatever, the fact that they just attack with the Spell Queller suggests to me that they do not have a path. So I get bounce land, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana plus 1. That means I can transmute. I have 1 floating, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could Hornet Queen, but then Mausoleum Wanderer just like stops me. No, it doesn't. It gets just for itself. So I guess I can just start with the attack, because activating this right now or later doesn't really change anything. And I will get Sunhome plus what? So I can actually transmute for Hornet Queen. The question is, does that do anything? Or do I need to go for lethal? I can do 16. 16 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means still lethal. If they don't want to lose their entire board, they need to sack, which means that they would need at least 2 spirits. But that would use up all my mana. And then on the swing back, I get attacked by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I can gain 2. I can't do that, right? I can copy here. Yeah. I can do that too. That's probably the best play, actually. Vesuva, copy this. get 2 gemstone mines or gemstone plus like a gruel turf plus gemstone or whatever. Haste the new titan. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wanna go for that. I think that's the most damage, I think. And then actually I do need to get something else because then I would be out of white sources. So yeah, so actually I can't get. So this titan will get white. Will get gruel turf, and then on attack I will get gruel turf plus something else. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but we can't actually get double mine because then I will be out of white sources in the deck. So we have to do this. I guess I will bounce the Vesuva. Play Primeval Titan. What? Wow. I guess it really had nothing and they just simply tilted off. But I think that was a very complicated turn. Like they really did not need to concede there. They should have 100% forced me to like go for it. Cause they were not even close to dead there. I'll take it though. I'll take it again. I don't think this is a good matchup, so my opponent is willing to give me percentage points. I'll take it every time. Yeah, but I do believe that they should 100% try to like force me to go for it, right? And also, it's not a minor thing that Explore was huge that game. If I had Explore allowed me to Titan on one turn earlier than if I had not played Explore, which, as you can see in the end, it was pretty much a race, and I was able to come up on top because my opponent didn't have anything. Okay, granted, but also because Explore put me 1 turn ahead. So when people say, yeah, Explore is awful, it's just like they are always thinking about when Explore is bad, which is in turn 9 or something, where it only draws you a card. But they forget about this small edge that Explore gives you in some games, which could very easily be the difference between winning and losing, as you saw right there. So I do think that people undervalue Explore a lot, especially new players. Yeah. I also see a lot of people that say Explore is bad, and I simply do not agree. I think Explore is medium, but it's definitely on the good side of medium. I think that it's a very, very fine filler card. I think it's way better than people give it credit for. And by the way, I kept the Rex Age in because I'm expecting my opponent to bring in some amount of Damping Spheres. So this will be turn 2 Azusa. Turn 2 Amulet into Azusa. Man, I'm really thirsty. Sure, that doesn't really do anything. That's an amazing draw. I guess we Amulet here. Play this and play this. Whoops, that's right. I need to actually use this. Bounce the turf. Play Azusa. Play Gemstone. Play Gruel Turf. And here, unfortunately, I cannot really play around an answer to Amulet. I guess that's a fine way to play around an answer to Amulet. Just have a second Amulet. Sounds good to me. Another Wanderer or Double Hark. Okay. Oh, this is great for me, actually. Wow, them tapping out over there is pretty freaking good for me. If they have Unified Will, though, I will be in trouble. Solid draw. Solid plus draw. So I will just play a shit ton of lands here. Make a shit ton of mana, which is the technically correct way of saying this. And the fact that my opponent doesn't have actual lands will basically allow me to actually it won't. So if they have Disdainful Stroke, I'm kind of dead, right? But I can't really play around it because this Fire Spout needs to kill this Noble Hierarch. Because I guess I can make it so yeah, I'm thinking of Fire Spouting first, but what I'm trying to see if my opponent floats 1 mana, then I really can do this. Yeah, I messed it up. I should have activated Scout, play this out, cast Fire Spout for 3 off of the mana. I still have a land drop remaining. My opponent will float mana or maybe like attempt to counter the Fire Spout or whatever, and then I just, if my opponent floats mana with the Hierarch, I let it go, and I go to my second main phase and I play the land and I cast the Primetime. Because what I was trying to do is I was trying to play around Unified Will. I mean, at this point I'm kind of like forced into my play, I guess. So I might as well make the most possible amount of mana. I think I might have punted this game though. Just wanted to say that. I think I bounced the gemstone here. Nah, there's no way. What I could do is I could Fire Spout, just kill the flyers. Nah, there's no way. I need to kill the stupid Noble Hierarch. But if they float mana, they kind of force me into a play. And then I might actually lose this game. Whoa, they didn't float mana? Crazy. Unless they have main deck Dispel. Yep. So, the way that they blow me out is, like, if my opponent floats blue mana here off of their Noble Hierarch, then I literally cannot go for it. Because if they have the mana floating and they counter my Titan, then I simply die on my upkeep to my pack trigger. Right? So yeah, my opponent was very much into the business of early concessions because they were not dead yet. Alright, I said I was not going to stream a full league, and here we are. Here we are. 4-0. Bant spirits. But well, it happens. It happens. Yeah, so I could have casted Titan from a single land drop. So I think the correct play would have been to tap the scout. Tap the scout. I play the land, float 4 mana. I have green floating. My opponent. I cast Fire Spout. I destroy my opponent's board. I draw. They float blue mana. I pass priority. Then we move to combat, and on my second main phase, I packed for Titan, and I go fetch my lands, and then I transmute to set up another Titan on the next turn. I think that would have been the correct play. But my opponent didn't force me into it, they just conceded, so it makes things much easier for me. Yeah, we cast the Spout of the Scout. Spout Scout. That's funny to say. Spout Scout. But yeah, let's see if we manage to get that 5-0, gentlemen and ladies. Gentlemen and ladies. Ha. This is a very interesting hand. I think it is a mulligan though. These cards might be good or they might be blank, and if this doesn't find the bounce land, we literally just lose the game on the spot. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan. This hand seems better. Explore is interesting. I think I'm gonna keep it on top. Because it allows, if I find the bounce line, it allows for a turn to kill. We're playing against Infect. We're so fucked. We're so screwed. I guess we name Giant here. Amulet. Is that a Blighted Agent? Damn, I really wish I had my first hand now. Alright. 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 Hold on. Hold on. Is Explore gonna be insane yet another time? Is Explore gonna be insane yet again? Is that what's about to happen? Nope. Ballista? Nope. Shit. I'm just dead here, right? I guess Ghost Squatter is the best thing that I can do. Ghost Squatter the Pendelhaven and like, I don't even know. Just hope for the best. But any 2 pump spells kill me here. Man, that game 1 with Ballista would have been nice. We can still prime time if we draw it, but yeah, I think we're dead. I think we're dead. Man, it really sucks to like get paired for the 5-0 and we get paired against our worst matchup amongst all of the tier 1 decks. I guess Infect is more like tier 2 right now, but still. So I guess we will only manage to 4-1. Distortion Strike. That's 3 poison. How are we not dead yet? What's my opponent's hand? Like a bunch of dudes? Let's top deck Ballista off the top. Please. Let's draw Ballista off the top, please. Ballista. Damn it. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I guess I'm technically not dead. I can Vesuva, copy the breeding pool. But then I need to draw exactly a bounce land. Man, this has been so awkward. This has been so awkward. Yeah, I can transmute for a Ballista, but I can only do so and then just like not play it, right? And then on the following turn I can only play it for 2 unless I draw a bounce land. And if I draw a bounce land, then I much rather draw a prime time because it actually wins the game. So I think that I'm just screwed here. And I think that I need to act as if my opponent doesn't have it. And just transmute for a blue pact. And hope I draw a bounce land on my next turn. So we just F6 here, and we need to draw exactly a bounce land. That cannot be the Boros bounce land either. There's no way I'm not dead here though. What? I guess my opponent was on a mono creature draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn it. I mean, my opponent gave me chances, just my deck did not deliver. I'm exactly 1 mana short. I guess that Ghost Squatter is coming back to bite me. Again, Explorer would have allowed me to cast a Prime Time this turn. Yeah, I'm dead though. Transmute. I only have a single mana floating. I can Azusa and transmute for bounce land, but then I can't go get anything. And I'm just dead to my opponent's Blighted Agents. Yeah, I don't think it's going to... I don't think we can do anything. And even if we had gotten like a Ballista here, right? We're still dead to their board. Because we can only play the Ballista for 2. Okay, say this is a walking Ballista. I can Pact for Azusa, play it, then transmute. And I can't do anything because we don't have a bounce land. If this had been a semi-growth chamber, we would have won the game. But it being a Gruul Turf kind of killed us. Yep, I don't think we have any outs. Alright. Explosives. Rex Sage. Pact. Bog, Radiant Fountain. Side out one of this. I'm very not sure about Hornet Queen, honestly. It's pretty good, but it's also pretty bad. Like if my opponent is on a Blighted Agent draw, it doesn't do anything. Okay, let's go with this. No, brain. I'm not going to play the stupid Emrakul. Stop it, brain. Brain, stop it. I'm not gonna do it. I guess I'm gonna keep this. It's a little bit on the sketchy side of things, but it could be okay. The question is whether I lead on Gemstone or I lead on Gemstone Steerings, I mean, or I lead on Colony Garden. I think I'm gonna lead on Colony Garden, and next turn I can Steerings plus. Opponent molds to 6. It doesn't really mean anything that they mulligan. They mold to 5. Okay, maybe 5 or 4. I've died to Infect on turn 3 with 4 cards. So I never, when my Infect opponent just like mulligans, it's just like, whatever. I don't think it advantages me as much. Steerings. Tolaria, yes. Any order? And do I want to Steerings here or do I want a Simic? I think I want a Simic Growth. Yeah, my opponent might very easily just like untap, play a Blighted Agent. If I don't find any kind of ramp or anything like that, they simply untap and then kill me on the following turn. So attack, of course. Inky. What? Well, that one I really did not see coming. That one I really didn't see coming. Okay, so I guess Rex Sage will come out from the board. I would imagine that it hurts them too, right? This might be a nice 2-for-1. If we manage to survive, we might get ourselves a nice 2-for-1 if we manage to survive, which is far from guaranteed. Alright, kill me. Next turn we play Gemstone Mine, Exorcism 2. White? Is this Geist? Is my opponent playing Geist of Saints Draft? Alright, they didn't lead on Pendelhaven, which basically means that I'm dead. Yeah. Uh-oh. Damping Sphere, brother. Damping Sphere, brother. Huh. I think I go with Gemstone here. Green and white. Sure, whatever. So they do have a Becoming Man's in hand. Which means I'm gonna wait until... Which means I'm gonna wait until their combat step to blow up the explosives. Activate Ink Moth. Play another Ink Moth. Oh, this is actually lethal. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, as I was saying, like this matchup is just absolutely miserable. Like every time I play it, it just feels like this. It's just like there's nothing we can realistically do, you know? I really wasn't expecting Damping Sphere though. This one really threw me off. This one really threw me off. Damping Sphere, like I could have played around it very easily. As you can see though, Damping Sphere like hurts my opponent very much, so I didn't think it would make sense for them to have it, but alright. It's very much understandable that we would die to Infect. It's an awful matchup. It really is an awful matchup, but yeah, well, I mean, we still managed a nice little 4-on-1. It's always pretty nice value. With the matchups that I faced today, Dredge, where Hornet Queen is just meh, but it could be good. We played against humans twice, we played against Bant Spirits. It feels like the meta... It feels like this is a very reasonable list to be running in the current metagame. As you saw in that game, Explore... In that last couple of matches, Explore wasn't bad, really. I think people really undervalue Explore. But the way I see it is, if we don't draw any of these cards, our chances of winning are way, way lower. And Amulet gets much better if you also drew an Explore on that same game, basically. So I do think that Explore, a lot of people have been, you know, just like saying that Explore is a bad card or whatever, and it's fine. But I think game one Explore is very, very good. And I think post-board, the reason why Explore, everybody says, you know, that's like the first card you cut post-board, so why is it in the main deck in the first place? Yes, but that the reason that is the case, it's because when we are on game one, we want for our deck to be doing its thing, right? You want for your deck to be as clean as possible, and then, you know, hopefully try to enable the fastest Titan that you can possibly create. Post board on the first couple of turns will be spent interacting with our opponent. Okay, on the first couple of turns we're going to be casting a brace, we're going to be casting fire spouts, engineered explosives, we're going to be transmuting for Tomod scripts and stuff like that, which means that we don't really have the time to use our mana on explorers. Okay, but that is simply because post-board we become more interactive. It's not that Explorer is a bad card. It's just that the turns in which we would be exploring on game 1, on games 2 and 3, we're actually interacting with our opponent by playing our cards. And in fact, there's plenty of games where Explorer is just flat out a good card to cast on turn 2. The case for this would be against blue-white control, against any kind of black-green mid-range deck, even against decks like Burn. I sought out Adventurous Impulse before I sought out Explore, because Explore enables you to play a Bailoth on turn 3, which is huge. Which is massive. Like, the chance to play Bailoth on turn 2 is just insane. And it also is the same thing with Tracker, right? It enables you to, on turn 3, play Tracker, use your 3 mana to cast Tracker, and then immediately play a land and get a clue, netting some value of the card. So I do think that people wanting to try Explore they played like 5 matches and then they were like, oh yeah, Explorer is really bad, and I said it out a lot. It's like, yes, you said it out a lot, but it's not because it's bad. It's because you're doing something else post board. So I think that it's very short-sighted to just like tag something like this. I think it's possible that, you know, you can play a list without explorers and with this guy instead. This is basically bad Sakura Tribe Scout. So it's possible that this, maybe this +1 impulse, -2 explore, and +1 this guy. It's possible that that is something that we can do. I have not tested the card. I'm not in love with the card Sky Shroud Ranger. I think like the difference between instant speed and sorcery speed is just so massive that, you know, I don't really love the card really. But yeah, that's the idea. Bye bye, Shauna. Thanks for hanging out, and I want to thank everybody else who also hang out today. Hope you enjoy the stream. I will be back on Wednesday. I will probably be doing some more Amulet, maybe with some Legacy. I still have to figure that out. But for anybody that hasn't hit that follow button yet, if you enjoyed what you saw, make sure you remember to hit that follow button. And if you want to help support the stream, you can subscribe, which you can do for free if you have Amazon Prime. You get one free subscription every month, and you can get this awesome Primetime emote that you see right over there. If you want to watch previous streams, all of my streams get uploaded to YouTube. You can find them on that link right over there. If you want to follow me on social media, you can do so on Twitter. That's my handle right there. And if you want to support the stream some other way, you can do so by donating to the stream. If you want me to try anything that you're interested in seeing. Some new Amulet tech, or it can be some other decks. As you can see, I have a vast collection of decks chilling in here. We stream mostly Amulet because it's my favorite deck by far, and it's just what I enjoy doing the most. But we can play anything on this stream, and in fact, as I was saying earlier, we might be playing some Legacy soon. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Hope to see you soon, and I will talk to you later. If you have any questions, feel free to like send me a whisper or something like that, and just go to the Discord and tag me or something if you have any questions. But yeah, have an amazing rest of your days, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.